Sissy comes in and is like, okay, you gonna make this bullshit deal, but you ain't taking taking my grandbaby. She didn't even say what's her name.
Yeah.
You ain't taking my grandchild, and you ain't taking Leon.
Mm.
And then after this deal, you ain't gonna ever see me again.
Mm.
That nigga said, cool.
That was the coldest part of the whole episode.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
fuck the torture, fuck the Louis situation. Him telling his mama he didn't give a fuck if he ever saw her again was wild.
Yes.
That was wild.
You are now tuned into Black on Black Prime.
Disclaimer, like I said, every fucking episode, we don't care if we liked it or not. We still watch your shit, and congratulations to you. We support you, and shout outs to you, nigga, because you made it. We don't know you. We're watching this. Your movie. Anybody around the world can watch your shit. You made it, my nigga. You famous. You good.
Just like always, if you didn't ask for our opinion, we didn't ask you to listen to it. So, sorry.
Click and turn it off. Hey, y'all. We back. Snowfall, season 6, episode 9.
We getting there.
We took a turn for the hell of it. They shook up the world with this motherfucking episode. Was there comments from last week?
I think from your girl Bree left a comment, and some hating ass nigga that we had to block.
Your mama, nigga.
Yeah.
It was some OG nigga talking about black people.
I was just like, man, black people can't well, not just black people, but people be on some, like, I don't know, you just wake up in the morning, you see some shit that just piss you off, you be like, you know what, I'm gonna speak my mind. It's like, nigga, go to bed. Like, nigga, the podcast ain't for you, bro. It's not. You want this shit to look a certain way, nigga, go find it, nigga.
I'm gonna sum up what he said though, just so y'all don't think we just he got at us on some good shit. No, that nigga said we don't he doesn't like that black people don't write down names, and what did he say? He said just like black people to not have names and not have
right. Like, okay. You watch the show just like we do. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know the names, we know the names. We might call the DA agent Freddie Mercury because we being funny. We don't want to say the name. Funny. You know
and niggas understand our sense of humor. And if you don't got no goddamn sense of humor, because nigga, you came in the motherfucking look like Rick James on steroids. Talking shit to us because you were OG nigga. It looked like in your picture you said hoorah after you said what the fuck you said to us with all your judgments. Nigga, fuck you. Go watch fucking Orange Juice Jones Walking in the Rain, because that's a classic hit to you. You feel like you motherfucker.
Walking in.
Fuck you. Still love though. You just an old nigga with hate in your heart.
That's what I'm saying. Get the hate out your heart, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, I want people to, like, if you got an opinion, that's cool. Like, be like, hey man, y'all should do this because of this.
Right. We got to check for the timeline before.
Yeah, and then I might say, hey, that's not what we going for, fam. You know what I mean? Let's talk to each other respectfully, because you ain't gonna say shit like that in front of you in nobody's face ever. Like, people just be talking.
That's how Brian talk. I just say, man, fuck you, shut up.
Niggas just be talking. Like, I was like, dude, come on, man. Like,
it don't be that deep.
It don't. I just be like, I'd be weirded out by some of that shit. Like, who are you? So like, everybody make this shit for you?
It's literally like you can look at it and just be like, and move on. They be like, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna set them straight.
Remove that nigga's life.
The comment from your girl Bree. She said Louis basically letting her aggression out. I feel like she should have beat him some more. She was beating on Franklin.
Yeah.
Gustavo paged Franklin first. Louis called Teddy. Then Gustavo paged Teddy. I agree. Gustavo was pecking major hard at the payphone, but I thought, she said pecking. What the fuck that?
I think she meant panicking. But pecking, you know, she said she from out there or whatever. That might mean.
It might mean
panicking. Yeah.
Got you. She said, boy, I thought our boy Franklin was out of here. Gustavo damn near left him to die. So was Teddy really gonna leave him in that barrel to disintegrate? It is. She asked for the poll that Brian said he was gonna put it up, but he didn't.
I'll put that shit up later.
She put so she typed her response. Tyria said Franklin's going to jail. But so he did put up the poll finally, and he put the poll in the community. You got to go to the YouTube community.
It was 50-50.
No, it ain't 50-50 no more. Nigga, don't try to. Let me go see what it actually is. Don't try to do that.
It was 50-50.
No, right now it's 11 votes. It's 64% jail, 36% dead.
No, it's not.
That's
No, it's not.
I still even after this episode, I still feel like his fate is jail.
Oh, nigga, you wild, man. I don't know about that one, bro.
No, and I'm before we get into this episode, I'm gonna take it back to what you said about Louie and her dying. When I said I still thought Louie was dying, and you said, "Nah, she would have died in this episode." If you think about it, I'm trying to use your words. Well, if you really think about it, if you go back to when they make TV shows, if they don't die in that scene, they kind of escape death. So therefore, they're not going to die.
Yeah, that's a good job, bro. Because people that make fun
of let me finish. Let me finish though. Let me finish.
Keep on going.
So Franklin was hanging. He almost died because he lost his ear, but he got saved. Therefore, he almost died. So he ain't gonna die now.
Right. I appreciate that, nigga. Because people that make fun of my voice, they be just like, so yeah. I'm like, I do not talk like a monster.
To some of these niggas you do when you give their movies bad reviews, they be like, man, fuck this nigga, man.
Because niggas don't make it all the way to the end of the review, bro. Like, they don't hear the rating. They just hear straight up. They just like, yeah. He said he didn't love it, so he hated it.
Nigga, you be like, yeah, the lighting in that scene. They be like, man, fuck, I knew it. I knew this nigga's it's this nigga, man.
I was gonna come over here and just start praising everybody. That's what everybody wants.
Hey, fuck that.
She was amazing.
Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. But now, what you about to say though? Before I jumped into what you said.
So yeah, at this point, I still feel the same way. I still feel like Louie and Franklin are going to survive. The beginning of this episode, Franklin gives Louie a hint, a tip that they on our ass. You know what I mean? The feds is on our ass, and she need to get gone. Do you feel like Franklin knew that all along?
He did.
He didn't tell until he was in place too.
He did. Remember Gustavo said Gustavo was talking before Gustavo left the repass. He was like he said, "Are you going to let her know?" Because remember Gustavo said she's the only one they had on tape. She was the only one they had as far as the exchange goes. And then Franklin was like, "No, I ain't gonna tell her because she's gonna run."
Yeah. So
he knew the whole time.
So he lets her know. I don't remember that part, but he lets her know finally, and she has like literally minutes before.
Not even minutes. It wasn't even minutes. They was there.
It was on her ass, nigga. So she breaks. I mean, hey, at least he told her. But
I was like, damn, if he'd have told her like a minute sooner, she'd have been gone though with her money.
Yeah, because she was already about.
Yeah.
I think that Franklin, man, this episode showed a different kind of desperate.
Oh man, French fry grease. Every nigga that fries French fries, the worst nightmare is getting popped by that grease. This nigga poured that grease on his chest.
That shit was wild, bro.
That is, nigga. That's like, it's like you've seen some creative tortures in the past in movies and shit. The nigga, the mind, the way it fucks up your mind that he's pouring this French fry oil. When niggas fry French fries, niggas are scared to stand too close because that shit gonna pop. Niggas be scared. This nigga poured that oil on his chest.
I would have told that nigga everything, nigga. I would have like, nigga, what you need to know. I wouldn't have been sitting there. I'm not gonna sit there and just eat oil.
That nigga scream was so excruciating that KGB niggas had the towel. He had the towel and said that nigga still was like what they doing in there? That
nigga said, I'm next. I'm next on the menu. Yeah,
but starting off the episode, you see Franklin got him chained up, and he's doing Teddy trying to play tough, but It's like, nigga, you see the desperation in Franklin eyes. Because that nigga was like, you can't do this because you know they're going to come after you. That nigga said, shut up, nigga. Like, I know,
Yeah,
you
like,
know, I know you ain't in that shit.
exactly. Tried to scare him with the, he was like, nigga, you been about that motherfucker, man.
Right.
But yeah, Franklin, like this whole episode, like first you could tell he was going, because that nigga low key, he almost lost it the first couple of minutes. Like when he tried to do the Russian roulette, like he could have killed him then.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't a game. You know what I mean? He didn't know where that bullet was gonna come. He was just like, all right, like you got a chance. Nigga clicked it twice. And he was like, nigga, now you got about 30% of chance. You know what I mean? He wasn't playing with that nigga low key.
Nah.
He could have
Franklin lost it.
He could have lost even knowing about that money earlier before like all of that other shit happened. Like, you know, like because he was down to kill him. You know what I mean? He wasn't really thinking about it. Now, before he pulled the grease, he could have blew that man's brains out, and nobody would have known anything. So
nobody would have known shit. Before all of this is happening, we see Gustavo gets free. That was one of my predictions. I said Gustavo gonna be gone, and he is now.
Do you think that was his final exit?
I think it is, and I think they hinted at a spinoff. Did you catch how they hinted at it, or am I just overthinking?
I mean, I caught they was talking about maybe you should wrestle again.
He said wrestle again. Gustavo laughed, and then Franklin was like, "Well, how about a new character?" And then Gustavo just kept walking. Yeah,
hit him with the Drew down. Ha. And then he was like, "Oh, so like how
right
you at the beginning." So yeah, I can't see that. I can't see a spinoff. His spinoff being important enough, unless it includes, you know, most of the people.
No, I see them trying to do a spinoff, almost in Mexico, like kind of like they did with after Sons of Anarchy. Then you had the Mayans.
I still ain't watched that.
I tried to watch the Mayans. Wasn't bad, but it wasn't Sons of Anarchy. So it's like you got a lot to live up to. You can't.
Right.
You can't. I don't want to say it was half-assing, but the story was already complete. You can't attach yourself to that. That wasn't gonna work. That's kind of how I feel about the spinoff that they already announced for this one. It's like I'm nervous about it because I don't know how you gonna live up to this.
I don't know about living up to it, but like the fact that the 90s era, like because Crack was like that was the hardest era. So I mean, this one they're talking about it being mostly about like hip hop. I think it could be cool depending on who's like the actual lead.
They would have to knock it out the park.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool. I'm definitely gonna tune in, but just like you said,
no, for sure, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, it might be like that movie Dope.
What I don't know what you mean by that.
You never seen that movie Dope?
Yeah, I love that movie.
You do?
Yeah.
And wasn't that based in the 90s? Like kids based in the 90s and hip hop?
Oh, you're saying the show might be like Dope?
Right.
No, it wasn't based in the 90s.
That was 2000s?
Yeah.
They was dressed out there. I swear that was a 90s this movie.
It's because the movie's based off him and his friends being stuck in the 90s. Like they're attached to the 90s era.
Ah, gotcha.
But the movie itself is 2000s.
It's 2000s. Oh, okay. So yeah, I think it could work. But just like I said, it's got to have somebody, you know, leading that, and Franklin ain't gonna be there, so because he's gonna be dead. But
Gustavo, like I said, it's I can see the attempt at it. If they do it right, it could work. It'll be the Mexican side of it, like because that girl, you remember the girl from season 1, she's disappeared. She ain't dead. She just gone.
Right.
Yeah, so if you can write it to where he finds her, and then they start doing the drug dealing shit, I don't see why it wouldn't work. It's just it'd have to be completely separate from what Snowfall did. Like it could be like what's that, Queen of the South?
Queen of the South. I've never seen that show.
It's like Mexican mafia show. It's a lot of good Mexican mafia shows, so they could do their own thing with Gustavo in that world. They would just have to detach it from Snowfall.
I don't think Gustavo wants anything to do with drugs anymore.
I don't think
that shit ruined that nigga's life.
I hear what you're saying, but what if it comes to the point where he has no choice?
Shit, that nigga better Nacho Libre that shit again, bro. You better go out there and put on his mask and get busy.
what I'm saying is he was in love with that woman. He was deeply in love with that woman.
That's cool.
From the first season. So if he run into her again and she like, I'm in this empire shit, I can't find the girl with the kids. I mean, his sister-in-law with the kids, he can't find her. So what if he like, fuck it, I'm back in life?
Bitch, do you know I was locked up with a tiger? You got me fucked up. I'm out. I'm out, Rico.
I see what you're saying though. The way his character is, it shouldn't happen. But if they made an attempt,
that nigga got out by the skin of that nigga's fucking teeth. Nigga, like barely. I got out the game, barely. You know what I mean? So many close calls. There's no way he gonna step back. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, you never know. Niggas don't learn.
Hey, you know what I like? How Franklin flies his plane like a car. Like that nigga just get in that motherfucker and go.
I gotta make it. You know what I mean? Like I ain't like Tariq and these other niggas. I'm gonna get my.
That nigga just at any point like, you want to go to Mexico? Let's go. We'll be back.
I gotta fly there. I'm going.
You get to just go.
Hey, no, I feel it. So how did you feel about the scenes with Teddy? Well, why Teddy said that he couldn't give Franklin the money? How do you feel about that reason?
Because I feel like he's absolutely right.
But it was like a power thing. Like you telling me that you're about to take all of this torture over some like ego shit.
Oh no, I thought you said when he finally cut the deal.
No. I'm talking about like him, like he took the torture first. You know what I mean? And Franklin was just like, "Yo, like, why'd you take my money?"
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, why? That's all Franklin kept asking. I feel like he didn't have a good enough reason.
He did it. No, it's like you said, it's the ego shit. Is the ego shit behind him being he's mad that Franklin's thriving off some shit he's doing for work.
Right. Like I started you, I built you, and you know what I mean, you became this fucking millionaire and I'm who I am. You know what I mean?
So it's all bullshit, but it's ego driven. You're absolutely right. And then it's ego for Franklin to be like, I made this is mine. But it's like you ain't even think about everything you destroyed either. So they both on their bullshit.
Yeah.
They both want to be the king, I guess. Teddy, what did he say? Oh, he said he was like, I really took all your money because you hurt me. You left me alone. So it's like what he's talking about is when Franklin decided to leave. Like, nigga, I'm done with this shit. But Teddy, like, I can't be done with it. You can't just leave. Like, you can't just get yours and get out. And if I gotta stay here,
right? He was just like, you thinking you're gonna get out of here and be on the island with your Bentleys and your nice houses and shit like that. Like he was not feeling that shit at all. And but I don't understand why like you would take all of that torture first. Like it's almost like shit, he was begging to die. Like he'd rather die than Franklin be rich.
Rather die than Franklin be rich. I think he'd rather die than to lose and die a coward instead of saving his country. He's doing it for his country still on some stupid shit.
That nigga could have loaded. That nigga could have gave Franklin a quarter of what that was. Like he could have gave him a quarter of the 70 million, and Franklin probably wouldn't even fuck with it.
No, and I was thinking about that too. Do you think Franklin would have just let it go? Because Franklin said you could have just left me like $5 million. Why you take it all? Do you think Franklin would have took that $5 million and just left?
Probably not. He'd have probably still had an issue with it because it was like he had 70. But I feel like there was the reason why Franklin felt like he felt it was like, nigga, you left me with $0. You know what I mean? Like all of the shit that I've been through, you think I'm gonna leave with zero? It's almost like the Uso situation. It's like, nigga, like this is all I know. You know what I mean? So it's like if I go back, you know what I mean? Like after losing my life, like I'm gonna go back with zero, with nothing. And I have to just like I can't go get a job.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't go, you know what I mean? My family shit. We all traumatized.
He can't go get a job and he had a whole real estate business.
That's what I'm saying. It's like we are traumatized at this point. This is our lifestyle. So we don't have nothing to live off.
I'm saying it's a goddamn lie. He took the 70 million, yes, but Franklin still had properties. He still had the real estate shit going. He could have built from there, but it's like, nah. Okay, it's kind of like the Franklin did the same shit to Louis and Unc. he's like, Teddy took my money. I need y'all to give me money. And they was like, nigga, that ain't got nothing to do with us.
Right.
So what did he do? He robbed them. And the reason he robbed them was the same reason Teddy robbed them. I created y'all. Y'all wouldn't have shit without me.
But Franklin robbed them for a reason, though.
What was the reason? They didn't help.
They took his. They dimed him out. Or they know like they didn't dime him out, but they started doing business behind his back.
He said, but okay, so they did do that, and then he was like, he forgave it. He was just gonna leave, even after she told him about that. It was like, fuck it, I'm out. Like, good luck to you. And then that's when he got his money took.
Yeah.
And then he came back to them like, nah, I need y'all to give me money because he took my money. And they're like, that ain't got shit to do with us. So I'm gonna rob y'all because y'all ain't giving it to me. And the reason why I feel like I have the right to rob y'all because it's my shit anyway.
Y'all. Yeah,
y'all wouldn't have it.
It's
so
a cycle.
It's a cycle. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. That's why I said when Franklin was like, you could have just let me $5 million. That wasn't gonna be enough, nigga. The fact that he took anything from you is enough to try to kill him.
I think it was just a point that he was trying to make. Like, nigga, you tried to leave me with nothing. Like, Franklin was low key, like you could tell, like, even when he even said it, it was like, dog, like we was damn near like friends. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking, shit, one day we're gonna be at the barbecue together. You know what I mean?
Did. He did think that, but Teddy always made sure he kept that separation.
Yeah, you know how it was one-sided. You know what I mean? Like, Franklin felt one way, and Teddy was just like, man, you just another nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Franklin was looking at us like, shit, nigga, you made me rich. You know what I mean? Like, we gonna be cool. We gonna be like, shit, two rich people. You know what I mean? Like, traveling. You know what I mean? Eating fancy shit, doing fancy shit. But you know, Teddy had other plans the whole time. Right. Something after that whole situation, well, not even after, a little bit before, because this whole part was like pretty much the full episode is Franklin. I'm talking about my dog. This whole episode, Franklin is torturing Teddy. So in the meantime, Louis calls Buckley to come, you know, to rescue her because she's hiding out or whatever. She needs pretty much his help,
right,
to get her up out of Dodge. So while they're driving, this nigga Buckley's like, yo, how much money you got saved up? She was like, about 500. And he was like, I'm gonna need half. I was like, this nigga ain't shit right here, bro. Cause it was like, she already
don't stop it.
I like, you could already tell, like, she got money, but it was just like, yo, I ain't got enough money to split with nobody. I got to get the fuck out of Dodge, you know what I mean? And she already got in the back of her head that he was not responsible, but what's his name? Jerome tried to reach out to him before he died.
Yeah.
And he was,
I thought, remember, I assumed what's the name? I told her that.
Yeah. And he was getting high at the time. It's like he saw it. But you know what I mean, he didn't reach out.
No, he didn't even see it. He was his beeper was going off, sitting off to the side. He was smoking.
So he heard the beeper. He didn't know who it was though. I remember he was in a car when it happened, right?
But he didn't even look at the pager. He was just smoking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was getting high off that glass.
And
so pretty much once he pulled over to the side to use the bathroom, which was kind of weird. I thought this nigga was gonna do something then. But he really had.
That's what I thought too. But he pulled off to the side to smoke crack.
This nigga's the realest crackhead ever. I swear to God, he is. And he's like, hold on, right quick. I gotta go hit the glass one time. So you know, in the back of her mind, she was just like, all right, let me get this gun. I was like, I gotta make sure. You know what I mean? So she found his gun and pretty much asked to see his pager. Jerome's number was in it. And then that was what it was. She told that nigga to get on the ground, and I think that's the last time we're gonna see Buck.
I think it's the last time we're gonna see her too. I kind of wish she would have shot his ass though. I didn't want her to just leave him on the ground, like kill this nigga.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the story at this point is too much at the end to keep on fucking with it. You know what I mean? To keep on dealing with Buckley. You know what I mean? Because they've been kind of like giving his character. They haven't been giving this character any real dialogue, but this season, like he's just been kind of there. You know what I mean? You'll see his face for a second, you'll smoke some crack, and then that'd be it. You know what I mean? So for him to appear in this next episode would be kind of weird. I think that was the exit. It's like, all right, look, nigga, like you're not getting none of my money. You know what I mean? You a crackhead. I'm about to take your whip. But I think we're gonna see Louis again though. And I'll let you know my prediction at the end of this though.
Okay.
About Louis.
Okay. You see Sissy, so Franklin, when he leaves to take Gustavo, Sissy Sissy goes in there to talk to what's his name? Goes in there to talk to Teddy.
Yeah.
And ask about the husband. And it's funny because I was like, damn, he confirmed everything I was thinking this whole time. Like, this nigga's still alive.
Yeah.
Because he was like, nah, I took him to a jail in Puerto Rico and left him there. And
I thought that was real at first. When he said that, I was just like,
that's what I'm saying. I was like, that's confirmation, because I always said I never seen this nigga die. Like, I don't know if he actually killed him. That was always my thing. Like, if they don't show the body, he ain't dead.
Right.
So that I feel like that's the moment she finally was like, okay, that's enough. We got to stop all this shit.
Yeah, she put it in her head like, okay, my husband's still alive. Maybe if we don't go through with this, like we can all live happily ever after. Fuck this money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can go get my husband again, and we got enough to survive. So let's just cut it here. Because she tried to talk Franklin out of killing him and turning him over to a KGB dude. I'm just like, that ain't a good idea at all.
At all. Like that is the worst of plans.
I was mad when they even tried. I was mad when that nigga said, hey, what about half? And then they was like, all right, cool.
Okay, so not that I was mad about that. I was mad about the fact that he was torturing him just for the account number and then got the account number.
I didn't understand that either, because I was like, if you have the account number, then like, nigga, you can't get none of it.
There's no more negotiating. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the negotiations over. That's what you was torturing him for, the account number. I don't give a fuck what deal you struck in there.
Yeah,
I got the account numbers now. You dead. Like, this game over now.
Yeah, but he still needed all of the details. You know what I mean? Like, because you can have the account number, but if you call a bank, you're gonna need more than just the account number.
Right. So your whole thing shouldn't have been, I need the account numbers. Your thing should have been, make that transfer.
Yeah, you should have. I was like, I need the password. I need all of that. Nigga, like,
I need everything.
And I'll give you a little bit, but I don't think Teddy should have survived at all.
Well, you mean after you got the account number?
Like, just like, period. Like, yeah, wait. Once he got the account number, it's just like, all right, nigga, like, I want everything. Like, you have to die. Like, you can't.
Oh, you said
I'm not taking you. I'm not taking you nowhere. I'm not taking you out of this seat in these handcuffs because it's too risky. You know what I mean? I'm about to take you to a public place so you can fuck around, either run, like, shit. You might mess around, because all his hands were just cuffed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they could have kicked Franklin. I keep calling him Frankie. And they could have kicked Franklin in the neck and kept pushing. But I wouldn't have trusted that whole transaction. You could tell how desperate Franklin was, because he let it happen. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, yeah, that's a deal.
So they I'm looking at the way Veronique was acting after she got that call about the check bouncing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The way the last episode ended, I don't think she's pregnant no more. I think she had a miscarriage and she ain't saying shit.
I didn't think about that part. Why you don't think that she's just because?
Because the last episode ended with her like collapsing to the ground, holding her stomach, and they didn't say nothing else about it. And then in this one, she just like flipped the switch, like, to being demented as him, because she's the one who gave him the hot fucking French fry oil idea. That was her. Like, nigga, we need this money so we can go now. That's her thing. Like, we need the money right now. And then you see Sissy kind of sees it too, because when she went off on Franklin, she like, nigga, you about to get my grandbaby and yourself killed. And she tried to say something. Veronique tried to say something. She was like, shut up. Like, I don't even care about you no more. I'm talking about him and my grandbaby, because that's all I got left.
Right.
When that nigga said, you don't get it, he's like, maybe I ain't making it clear. This is it. Like, I don't give a fuck about nothing no more.
Yeah. See, I didn't get that from Veronique. I thought Veronique was just holding her stomach because the baby coming soon. Like, just getting like, baby she might be, shit, having contractions.
I mean, but normally they'll mention it. And then when she called him and he answered, she was about to tell him something. Did you see that?
Tell Franklin something?
Yeah, but then he cut her off like, we got him. So it was like she was about to say something, but she didn't say it.
So you think there's about to be, we lost the baby?
Yeah, but I think she ain't gonna say it until everything's over.
How many months is she at this point?
She never looked pregnant to me, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never seen a point where they gave her a baby bump at one point, but not enough for me to be like, oh, she is pregnant.
Right. Right.
Not saying that she wasn't pregnant, it just never seemed like it to me. But I think that was an important scene, how they ended the episode with her collapsing. And then coming to this, when I don't know who called who, but she was like, she was about to say something. That nigga cut her off like, we got him.
We got him. Yeah. We got the codes and shit. Or no,
we got them.
Him like we got Teddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? Possible. But I think they would have made that known in this episode that she had a miscarriage.
We got one more episode left.
I know. It's just like, man, we don't got time to care about none of that shit next episode.
It's gonna mean something though.
Like, what's it gonna mean?
It's gonna be at a drastic point when Franklin getting arrested.
He's not getting arrested. Who's gonna get arrested by the what's it called? The dude that low key saw him kill his mom. His mama do the same. Like, like who gonna arrest him?
Who gonna arrest Franklin?
Yeah.
The DEA.
Man, Franklin ain't going nowhere. Man, Franklin about to be out, bro. If the DEA could have been caught Franklin.
My prediction hasn't changed, man.
It hasn't changed. Oh, I thought you know.
Oh wait, because if we could talk, we could talk about. We can go to that scene now.
Okay.
Sissy comes in and is like, okay, you gonna make this bullshit deal, but you ain't taking my grandbaby. She didn't even say what's her name. Yeah. You ain't taking my grandchild, and you ain't taking Leon. And then after this deal, you ain't gonna ever see me again. That nigga said, cool.
That was the coldest part of the whole episode.
Yes.
Like, fuck the torture, fuck the Louis situation. Him telling his mama he didn't give a fuck if he ever saw her again was wild. Yes. That was wild.
But that ain't even the coldest part. I don't know. It's the scene. I don't know if you caught it. But so anyways, they take Teddy to the exchange because Franklin promises the dude Teddy's working for, Teddy's handler. He's like, I'll give you Teddy, because don't give a fuck about getting Teddy back. But he's like, I'll give you Teddy and the KGB dude.
Yeah.
So they smart enough, they do it in broad daylight, but when you're watching this shit is not going to go as smooth as it's going.
I thought nigga was going to get away, honestly.
You said what happened?
I thought Teddy was going to get away.
I didn't think that, only because it was broad daylight. And dude wanted the KGB dude, so it's like he ain't gonna fuck it up. He wants that KGB dude.
Yeah.
But so you see him go up. They look at the KGB. He asked about KGB. He's like, I don't trust you, nigga. Like, once this part of the deal's done, then I'll make sure you get him.
Right.
So Teddy get on the phone. If I was Franklin, I'd have been hurt, because Teddy get on the phone. He make the call. Mm-hmm. Everything's in motion. They're like, hold on for a second, and then Sissy turned around like, what prison? Hey, Teddy is cold as fuck. Teddy was like, what? She's like, what prison? That nigga said, are you fucking serious right now? She's like, what prison? Just tell me what prison I need to know. That nigga said, I shot him. I killed him and I got rid of the body. And then he got back on the phone call. I was like, this nigga is cold.
No, I caught that part. That was cold as fuck.
Cold as fuck. But at that moment, I was like, she's finna shoot this nigga. But I'm hoping.
I knew something was happening because of, like, it was too much going on. Like, he just said that to Sissy. Franklin's looking, the password's coming. Franklin looking like a dog looking for a bone. That nigga said,
God, yes.
Yeah. The password, what is it? Are you here? Sissy turn around there and pull out that pistol, boy.
I was like, but I seen it coming. Like, when he dismissed her like that, and she turned around kind of like I can't not even not shocked or nothing. Her face is like blank, like this is that, like that's it. Like that's it. Yeah. Nigga, she whipped that gun out 3 times in the chest. Bow, bow, bow. I was like, that nigga Franklin said, no. Teddy,
what the password?
Teddy. That nigga got on the phone like, hello? Oh yeah, the password is Teddy.
Teddy, say the name. Like nigga, Teddy really don't give a fuck. If Teddy's dying, bro, like that nigga's done. He's just like, nigga, I ain't giving you shit, bro. I'd have died with a smile on my face. Like, nigga.
Hey, so but his handler, that nigga was just like, and just turned around and walked off.
That nigga
Like
said,
he didn't give a fuck.
you're like, die well.
Yeah. But I was saying the part I caught when Franklin falls to the ground to grab Teddy. Did you see Sissy pointing the gun at Franklin?
I didn't. I saw her pointing the gun still, but I didn't think she was pointing it. I thought she just had it in her hand still after shooting him.
No, she's pointing the gun at the back of Franklin's head. It's like you.
No,
she's
I do see that part. I didn't think that she like was thinking about shooting Franklin. No, I thought she was just pulling it out, and Franklin was in the way. That's what I thought. But
Oh,
I can see that being the thing.
Because Franklin was already over his body.
Yeah.
Franklin was already over him, like Teddy. And then you see her lift the gun again. She's pointing at him, kind of like, I'm gonna take my son out too before I go to jail.
Yeah. That scene had so much in it.
Yes.
So
but
much.
I caught that. I caught that immediately, like, damn, like she's done. Because he basically said he don't give a fuck about her. That his thing was like, I don't give a fuck if you leave. I'm so deep in this shit. I don't give a fuck about nothing but this money.
Yeah, Sissy lost everything at that point. She lost she lost any kind of hope that her husband was still alive, and she lost her son. She lost her daughter-in-law and her grandchild.
She don't know she lost her grandchild.
Well, not lost him as far as a miscarriage, but like the wife don't give a fuck. Like she was just like, hey, if Franklin gone, I'm gone.
Pretty much.
We don't give a fuck about you.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So I still think Franklin's fate is just. I like how they wrote it to where we don't know what the fuck's gonna happen next. Like I don't know. I literally don't know what the fuck is coming next.
Yeah.
I didn't see no previews or nothing.
So my predictions are is going to end like it started. I feel like, you know how we were saying, like you might not see Louis again. I think Louis and Franklin are going to end it.
What you mean?
So you know how in the beginning of this like the whole series, you know, shit, Louis is pretty much the one that got Franklin, you know, the drugs off. You know what I mean? Because Franklin had the drugs and she helped him get them off with that one lady.
Mm-hmm.
So her and Franklin kind of started this whole shit together. You know what I mean? Like low key. So I'm thinking it's going to end with them possibly in some type of standoff. Don't know don't know how it's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, I feel that Louis is going to kill Franklin now.
Okay. I feel like Louis riding off in the sunset, riding off in the moonlight was her ending.
No, I feel you.
I feel like the KGB dude, it's like he's gonna get whatever he was coming for. He's going to get that. Teddy's girl still has access to the money.
KGB's dude still locked up though.
Yeah, Teddy still got him. I mean, Franklin still got him.
Yeah.
So there could be a deal cut, or Franklin could try to do some kind of deal with him. All that don't matter. Franklin's fate is still jail because this has to fall on somebody. All of this shit can't be for nothing. Everything that's happened with the government and all of this drug dealing shit, it all has to fall on somebody. And I think Franklin's going to take the fall for everybody. I feel like he's gonna take the fall for Leon. He's gonna take the fall for Louis. He's gonna take the fall for it all and be like, fuck it. Veronique, get my baby out of here. But Veronique ain't pregnant.
Yeah, I just can't see it, man. I can't see him going out like that. I think Franklin it's almost like, if I don't get it the way I want to, I'm dead. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think Franklin's just going to go to jail. I think that shit. Like, you see how desperate he was this episode. You know what I mean? Like, for that bread. And for him just to, like, his fate to be jail is just not enough. I think his character has to be killed because it's a wrap for him.
So tell me, so you think the poetic ending of him being killed is being killed by Louis?
And the only reason why I'm saying that is because of how it started and how Louis still kind of fucked up over Jerome. Not to mention this last episode, she realized that Franklin didn't call her and let her know on time. You know what I mean? She might be like, yo, fuck this nigga. Like, this nigga he didn't ruin my life. You know what I mean? He's still trying to ruin it, and it's all over. Like, I'm coming back, and I don't know how it's gonna happen. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't think that she's going to, you know, show up and just shoot that nigga. I feel like it's gonna happen in a way, but it's going to be them two at the end. You know what I
You think
mean?
it'll be Franklin and Leon, who it really started with?
Leon been too quiet for these last couple episodes for me to think anything's happening to him.
Think about it. So he's been quiet, right? I agree, but he's always been there.
He's been
Every
there.
episode, he's been quiet, but he's been there.
I think his ending was Scully telling him that, hey, bro, you know what I mean? Like, let that shit go. You know, we good now. I think that was Leon's quiet ending.
Fuck no, man. Okay, so I'll now I'm seeing it in my head. So I could see a scene where it's Franklin and Louis having a stare down, where Louis trying to kill Franklin, but Leon comes in and kills Louis.
I can't see that.
Franklin going to jail, man. I don't give a fuck about nothing you talking about. This nigga's not getting killed. He's going to jail. Somebody has to answer for all of this shit.
Don't matter, bro. Like, I mean, there's gonna be an answer. He's gonna die. That's the answer.
Okay, so he dies. Then where do we go from there?
That's it. It ends like that. Like Franklin did all of this stuff, but it's like pretty much all of these episodes for all of the season. Franklin has been talking about his money, his empire, what he's built, and all of that is not going to mean nothing when he dies. It's like it's going to be pretty much like, if I can't have that, I'm going. Like, he's going out. Like, he can't go to jail. Like, he got to go out. He's got to die. Like, after all of that, like that's pretty much what this everything is meant to him, is his money, is his empire. Once that's gone, he's nothing.
I hear what you're saying. But the show, besides that last season, the show has always been based in the reality of it.
Mm-hmm.
And the reality is the shit can't go unanswered. Too many people know what happened for it to just go like, oh, the nigga that did it is dead.
That's why he going out like Cleo and set it off. I'm telling you,
like, no, he going out. You know who he going out like?
If the cops do get him, he gonna start firing. The nigga ain't gonna let them put handcuffs on him, bro. That nigga's
going out. You ever seen the movie Blow?
Yeah.
He going out like Johnny Depp. Like, he gonna be
Johnny Depp was a crackhead, bro.
A crackhead?
Well, a powder head.
What I'm saying is,
he was a dope man.
Johnny Depp built an empire, went to jail, lost it all, came back. This is my last hoorah, and went to jail.
Yeah, because that nigga was
set up.
He was dumb, bro. Like, he was off his own product. First of all, the nigga deserved.
That's why he got caught, though.
Well, how you get caught?
He got caught because he got set up.
But he was on that powder.
That's not how you got caught.
I know, but it's like he was on that powder. If he wasn't on that powder, he probably wouldn't have got caught.
No, that's a whole nother discussion. But I just don't see. I don't see Franklin's fate being death. Breaking Bad, it started off because he was dying. So his fate being death was he was dying anyway
because he got shot.
But I'm saying
his cancer came back too. So
that's what I'm saying. The show started with the reason this is happening is because he's dying.
Yeah.
Franklin wanted to build something and he didn't. Franklin was allowed by America to do what he did.
Mm-hmm.
So America can't just kill him off because there's too many questions, especially with his daddy putting it out there. The government was behind this. Everybody knows the government has something to do with it. Somebody has to take the fall for all this shit. Teddy can't take the fall now. Teddy dead.
Yeah. So I feel like him going to jail is just super anticlimactic. I feel like the only way it could end is him actually getting everything he wants this next episode, like finally getting something. Maybe he's gonna go to Teddy's crib or find somebody that could help. Because I mean, you still got Teddy's loudmouth ass ex-wife and the other woman. You know what I mean? Maybe he's gonna pay them a visit. Who knows? But Franklin ain't done trying to get his money.
No, he's not done trying to get his money, but I think he's not going to get his money.
No, I don't think it's going to happen either. I don't think he's going to get his money either, but I think he's going to find a way to get something. And when he finally gets it, that's when it's over. Like, he's finally going to feel like he got it. And then it's going to be like, okay, like, you got it. But now somebody's coming to kill you.
I think he's going to think
when you finally get it.
I think he's going to think he got it, but Veronique's going to get it. And he's going to end up either us or you go to jail.
Who's us? You mean
him and Veronique go to jail, or just he goes to jail?
Oh, man, that's not gonna work, bro. It's not gonna work for me if that happens.
It's going to work for you because they're gonna write the shit out. They're gonna write the shit out magically. You're gonna see it. It's gonna come together.
I'm gonna write the writers. I'm gonna be just like, y'all don't like that shit, man. Do it over.
It's gonna come together magically, and he's going to be in jail.
Him going to jail is just like him surviving to me.
He is, but it's everybody gets what they want because it's people that don't want him to make it. It's people that do.
Who don't want Franklin to make it?
There's a lot of people in the world don't want this nigga to die.
I don't want him to die either, but at the same time, I don't want to go to jail. Like, so if he gonna make it, let that nigga go on the beach and enjoy his money.
No, fuck that.
But you want to jail is lame.
No, you can't go enjoy that. You hurt too many people to get there.
And people hurt him too, man. You know. Fuck it, man. You know what I mean?
Anyways, so the poll is up till the end of the season, right? The poll don't come down.
Yeah, I didn't put it for 24 hours, so I don't think it's never going down.
Okay, so y'all can continue to vote. I still feel like his fate is jail. I haven't seen a point to where I feel otherwise. It's like I'm using your example of if you almost get killed and you survive, then you survive.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's so many points where maybe he should have got killed. I feel like if he was going to get killed, the time to kill him was when his mama put the gun to the back of his head.
Yeah, Sissy gone now. Sissy ain't got nothing to do with
No.
that. Her character's out. I feel like Leon's character is going to be big in this next episode in some kind of way, but not killing Louis though. I couldn't see that. I feel like Louis not done. I don't feel like she got her exit. I was like, Peaches is still disappearing. I don't feel like he's like at this point. I don't feel like he's coming back.
I wanted to say that too, but that would piss me off.
Yeah, if he came back,
I wanted to say that too. Yeah, when you said Louis, I said in my mind like Peaches might come back and try to shoot this nigga. But if that happens, I think that would be whack as fuck.
Wouldn't make sense at this point. Wouldn't make sense.
I just feel like this nigga's fate is jail. I feel like if Louis tries to shoot him, then Leon kills her. It's like I just don't see him getting killed. I just don't see it. I don't see how they could write that to make it make sense.
Yeah, they're gonna have to cram a lot of shit in this next episode, bro. Because we need to see Wanda again. We need to see Einstein again. Leon got to have some type of story. I don't think Louis is gone yet. You know, KGB dude. And what's the other nigga's name? The dude that was Teddy's handler. Like,
yeah,
everybody got to have the ending.
It all got to come together.
Yeah, so this next episode is gonna be crazy, and I'm gonna be there watching it the night before. I was like, I don't want nobody fucking it up.
Yeah, I don't need no spoilers. Jail, man, jail. Yeah. I don't even think now. I feel like them announcing that spinoff kind of fucked up everything I feel. Because I feel like there could be a point where Leon just survives.
He will.
Like the ending of the show ain't gonna feel like the ending when you know there's a spinoff coming.
Yeah, but I don't think the spinoff is going to have anything to do, because spinoffs usually don't have anything to do with the episode, what's it called, the show before. Really, they're not supposed to, because like it's supposed to be pretty much a whole nother world based on one of the characters. So
yes, but her world is connected to that world. It ain't like she's moving out of LA. She's still right there in LA. She ain't even far from where they selling drugs.
Yeah, but I doubt that they would start mentioning. So, like, say if Franklin does go to jail or die, this next show, they're not going to be just like, oh yeah, I had to visit Franklin in jail. I don't think it's going to go like that.
No, it ain't going to be like that, but he's going to be there. That way you keep him open for special appearances.
I don't know, man. I think Franklin is going to, because in that case, you might as well just keep Snowfall going. If you're going to have all the characters still living and shit, keep Snowfall rolling.
Okay, so I'm not saying they'll do a spinoff to where Franklin's still a character. I'm not saying that.
Like, he makes appearances. I get what you're saying.
Right. So it's not like the Snowfall world is still going, because like you said, now we're going into gangster rap. Now we're going into the world that's almost detached from drugs, to where we're just talking about the drugs. And then now it's more about the shit after the drugs. So it's like reminiscing, like they damn near Wanda's the OG of the shit now. This nigga Franklin, you heard stories about Franklin back in the day. This nigga Leon's still out there in the projects running shit. It's like you still have those. It's not the same world. It's detached. So it wouldn't make sense to keep Snowfall going because Snowfall is Teddy and Franklin.
Yeah. I feel like the spinoff, Wanda might have like kids or something like that. Like her and Leon, they got kids, and then the kids is making fun of Leon's wife, or not me, making fun of Wanda. You know what I mean? It's just like we're just like, your mama's on crack rock. Not my mama.
I don't know. Just that. I wish they didn't announce that shit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, leaks, man.
Or I hope they was lying. I hope. Not that I hope. It would be dope if there was lying and then Wanda fuck around and get shot.
I got you.
I got y'all, dumbass. Like, I don't know, man. Still prediction, Franklin in jail.
We'll see, man. Next episode.
Anyways, though, like, subscribe, leave your comments, talk to us. We talk back, listen to us. We everywhere if you there. Yeah, we say the character name we want, OG nigga. You don't tell us what we can't say.
Fuck these niggas, man.
You look like Rick James, bitch.
We out.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify and follow us on IG and TikTok.